Right, the Samsung Galaxy S4, 1.9 gigahertz quad core, 5-inch Super AMOLED screen, Gorilla Glass 3, which is apparently 50% tougher than the Gorilla Glass 2, the old Gorilla Glass. Absolutely jam-packed with features. We counted about 30 of them, so we're going to gallop through 10 of our favorites because otherwise we'll be here all day. Just a quick comparison. This is the Note, which is a 5.3-inch screen, and you can see how well the Samsung design team has done to just keep within 0.3 of an inch of the screen real estate and yet make the phone so much smaller. It's incredible, and even thinner, and yet cram all this tech inside. When we say all this tech, we mean it. There's a lot of stuff in this phone. A lot of talk about the back and the plasticity of the back and stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't see it at all. You know, I spend most of my time looking at the front of the phone. I don't spend a lot of time at the back here, so I'm not really that worried whether it looks like gold or platinum or whatever. I like the fact that this phone has a a nice metallic bezel around it, which kind of gives it the quality that I think it deserves, considering the spec. Anyway, let's move on. So, what are we talking about here? One of the things that we stumbled across, which you may not have heard about in all the hype and is a tiny little setting under display, which is called high touch sensitivity. If you're one of those who uses your phone out in the cold and you are contemplating getting hold of a touchscreen glove or any of the other technology, you might want to try this instead. Let's just give it an example. Here's a glove. I've got my woolly glove on. I can't touch screen at all. Touch that with that, and there you go. So this is a way around using your gloves with the touchscreen. It's pretty effective, I have to say. Don't take that off again just to prove that it wasn't a fluke. And whoops, I don't want the font list. And as you can see, put it on again. Wait a few seconds for it to kick in, and then there you go. You got a touchscreen. No, we like that. That's a cool little feature, which is not talked about a lot, but it could save you some money. There you go. Immediately, you've saved some cash. The adapt sound is a similar feature under sound. This is really cool, and again, it's something that nobody's picked up on. What it does is it gives you the chance to set a particular settings for your ears, your left and your right ears. And what this does is it plays through some tones. Oh, it needs headphones connected. Let's just pretend we're going to listen to this. But you put the headphones in and then just listen to the tones that the phone plays through the headphones, and if you can hear them, you tap yes. If you can't hear them, you tap no. And you go through the settings for both ears, quite a comprehensive set of tests, because they go through quite a lot of tones. And at the end of it, what you get is a matrix, which is personalized to your particular ears, both your left and your right. And if you're aware of the fact that as you age, your ears start to lose the ability to discern high-end frequencies, you'll see this is really quite a clever invention. The fact is, when you actually play it back after setting the settings for your ears, it really does make a difference. The high end, you can hear the high end much better with the one that's been set, with the matrix that's been set for your ears. So the adapt sound, clever little thing. Moving swiftly on, as you can see, there's a lot to get through. Under the call, there's another very small setting which we like, which is increase volume in pocket. If you've ever missed calls because your phone's in the pocket or in the bottom of your bag, then this is a handy little setting to have. Again, all these these external features are using this sensor next to the ear speaker at the top there. This little sensor, you can't see it, it's very hard to see, it looks like a little camera. Picks up all sorts of external stimuli and lets the phone act on that. What else? Whoops, what else have we got? We have under the smart screen, everybody's seen a lot of the air view and the waving of hands and all that kind of stuff. But the thing we like most under the new thing under the smart screen is Smart Scroll, which again uses the front camera to look at your eyes and scrolls the screen automatically for you, depending upon how your head is tilted. Smart Stay on, which is at the top here, is also brilliant, but it's not new. It's been around for a while, and it just keeps the phone alive as long as your eye is looking at it. But the Smart Scroll is a new addition and very efficient. If you watch when you're actually looking at it, you'll see the eye appear in the middle, and then it goes green when it's actually locked into your eyes. And if I look down as what I just did, and I look up as I just did, then the phone scrolls automatically. It's one of those simple things. This is the thing about these Samsung additions, is some of them are small but yet quite functional, very functional. The sort of thing that you think, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the air view and bits and pieces like that, where you wave your hand across and do various things by waving hands, doesn't seem to be that efficient, I have to say. It is a bit hit or miss a lot of the time. Not sure why that is particularly. Same with things like voice control, which if you've ever played with voice control, you'll realize is very marginal. It works sometimes and it doesn't another time. Let me just give an example here. I'll try voice control with the camera. So I should be able to say, smile. Oh, there you go. It did work. There you go. Smile. Yeah. So voice control with the camera seems to work. Oh, there you go. I've just been proved a liar by the technology. Thank you very much. Okay. What else have we got here? The other thing we like, which is a new introduction, is something called Safety Assistance. This clever little feature is built in and sends an emergency picture from both the front and rear cameras if you get into an emergency situation to contacts that you specify and with a message that you specify. So you can set here, this is an emergency, you can set any text you like here. Help, I'm stuck, can you get me out of the cabin or whatever. And you can set how often. It can be once every 20 minutes or whatever it is. And the contacts, the people you want to actually send the message to. And it's, I must stop doing that and do the back button. It's easily triggered by just pressing the up and down buttons for 3 seconds. Let me just turn it on and see if I can get that going for you. Oops. Yeah, there's lots of terms and conditions to most of these features, which they want you to sign off just to make sure that nobody gets sued for it not working properly. So hold it down for 3 seconds. Oh. Trouble is I'm changing the volume. There you go. Emergency declared. I don't know if you can see that in the top there. And it will now, there, emergency declared. It will now declare send off to my choice of contacts, and with the GPS setting and front and back images taken from the photograph from the cameras. As you've seen, you have to be kind of precise to press the button in the middle for 3 seconds rather than doing it pressing the volume up and down. So that does create a problem. But I like the feature anyway. I think once you get used to it, as with quite a few of these things, it'll be easy to use. The other one that has had a fair amount of publicity is the camera. Some of the camera tweaks, which we've lumped together 3 of the ones we think are coolest under one. So you saw the voice control, which wasn't one of the ones we were thinking about. It's really based on these modes, which you'll see at the bottom. This 13 megapixel camera, which in itself is great. But the three we like the most are Eraser, which lets you erase passers-by and anything that's moving from behind your image, which is extremely clever. Animated photo is a cinematograph. Basically, you take a photograph. It's the kind of a cross between a GIF and an image, where you take a photograph and then you specify which bit of the photograph should be moving. So it's a cute little thing. And the sound and shot, which is the final one, which we won't go through demoing. Apps. The top app we love in this handset is WatchON, which turns your phone into a universal remote control. So basically, you can make any TV or set-top box completely accessible, and also it will deliver suggestions for programming for you to watch. And it's just simply brilliant. The setup takes about 2.5 seconds. As long as you have the product is in the database, it's a cinch. I mean, we set it up. I just turn the TV on here just to prove it works. We set it up, as I say, in no time at all. It worked flawlessly. Let's see if I can get turn the set-top box on as well. There you go. Well, you can't see it, and I can't move the camera, but you have to take my word for it. Turn it off. Turn off the TV. Brilliant addition to the handset. I mean, again, that's how much that cost in the shops. Something like £40 or something, or $70 to get a decent universal remote control. The other apps which are worthwhile talking about, we'll just run through very quickly. S Health, which is a Samsung app devoted to helping you lose weight or keep fit. It works. It's got the phone has a pedometer built into it. Amazing. How do they do these things? What they do? How does it count your steps? But it does. And you just start to input your foodstuffs and your walking exercises and all those other bits that you might need to track, and it comes up in a diary and starts to give you a running total of running total, is a pun on the word, of how you're doing. The food tracker is, again, elegant, beautifully designed. You add meals as you need, and again, you can track that and track the overall results. S Translator is the kind of thing which you find very useful out in the middle of various countries. Hi, can you tell me the way to the nearest train station?
Hallo, können Sie mir den Weg zum nächsten Bahnhof sagen?
There you go. I'm an instant German speaker. Mein Deutsch ist sehr gut. Absolutely fantastic. Runs like a dream. Obviously a competitor to Google's Translate, but really works very well. We'll mention just briefly the optical reader, which is designed for OCR, so optical character recognition. So it'll convert, either read out words for you in terms of putting them through a dictionary, or you can scan a whole page. So you can do that and scan the whole page and get a conversion to text, or use as a dictionary. The other two parts of the phone that we just want to cover before we finish are hardware. reliant. And this is the first of the handsets to feature Wi-Fi C. AC, sorry, Wi-Fi AC, which is the high-speed Wi-Fi, and I did a demo with a file download to show just how quick that is, and we'll insert that in here. And it's fast. It's about 2.5 times faster, the Wi-Fi you get from using this compared to a standard Wi-Fi N or whatever setup. You need the router, of course, an Wi-Fi AC router. So we just tested it out with a Netgear D6300, but it really does make a difference. Your Wi-Fi will fly if you're doing any streaming. You know, and these phones are great for media streaming, no question. So if you do that, then you'll find a huge improvement. The second thing is the second point. The second hardware bit is it supports the new Bluetooth 4 aptX, which is the high quality Bluetooth. So what you're basically doing is you're able to deliver CD quality sound audio from this handset to your aptX Bluetooth enabled speaker or setup. I've got the play here. Let me see if I can get this running with this. This is an off the cuff kind of test, so I'm not sure it's going to do what it needs to do, but let's have a look. Let me first drag Bluetooth on. It should pair automatically with the relay. Connected. Let's play something. I'm not sure you're going to get a great.
Watch him go, see the eyes roll and the waves fall.
So that's going straight through the relay into the hi-fi using aptX Bluetooth. So it's literally designed to give the top quality. The difference you'll notice will be when you play very high quality WMA, uncompressed files of classical music, those who are classical buffs or whatever. This Bluetooth is the way to go if you want to make sure you get absolutely the top quality delivered wirelessly. There you go, the Samsung Galaxy S4, an incredibly powerful computer. There's nothing else to say about it, really. That's what it is, and it's impressive in so many ways. As I say, we've touched on just a few of the features in the product, but it's definitely the best phone in the world at the time, at this moment in time, the S4.